I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to re-evaluate this issue of stampede for food and palliatives in Nigeria. I did a course on food scarcity in Nigeria when I went to do a master's in public admin. And one of the reasons that we have food scarcity, apart from many others, is that we had a sudden change in our dietary preferences. When we were younger, we ate rice only 4 times in a year as a delicacy. Occasionally, if we needed to eat rice, we would buy from Mama Put. Coconut rice from Mama Put, Banga rice from Mama Put. In fact, there's a woman in Ugeli still called Madam Banga rice. And there's Madam Banga rice in Efrunto. So you could buy a little portion and eat. When my mother was cooking coconut rice, it was palm nuts that people were using to buy from us straight by barter. We'll give them rice, then they will give us palm kernels, yes, palm kernels. And then we'll go to Warri to sell the palm kernels and buy what we needed at Ofuoma. But cooking rice at home was during Easter, if we were Christians, during Independence Day celebration, during Christmas and New Year's celebration, 4 times. And then occasionally rice could be brought to the school and then cooked and served to the children. We had that during, I think, Ogbemudia's time in Midwestern region. So I hardly eat rice. I occasionally do. I eat more of African meals. I eat swallow most times. Yam, ripe plantain, and I've had a very good health, very good sugar level. I don't eat bread. I hardly eat bread. Hardly. I hardly eat processed food. So I still eat my basic African diet because I believe that that meal that will take time to digest, the ingredients, the nutrients will be released slowly. And so a lot of glucose, fat, amino acids, whatever, are not dumped immediately into my bloodstream. After a while, we had the oil boom. And then we started seeing Uncle Ben's rice from America. And because mothers were younger and they were busy in their vocations, rice was the easiest meal to prepare to take to school for children, and our children got used to rice and then later noodles. Let me confess, some of us are Bako, who went to school with palm kernels and gari that we ate during break and drank water. But we are here. We are here. We are here. We don't come. So this change in diet was not matched with a commensurate increase in productivity of this commodity, rice. And because we had oil money, we could import anything. And so this dependency on foreign rice production and the negation of our local production led to this situation where rice is now very, very expensive, and our change in appetite and dietary preferences led to this rush to eat rice. In my house, this Christmas, most times it is ukodo that we will cook. Ukodo. I don't know the difference between pottage and porridge. It confuses me. But it is yam that you cook, you boil it, you cut it into bits, you boil it, and we're going to use chicken to prepare it. That's what we will eat. Most times, that's what we eat. So we won't rush for rice, even though we might give rice to people. That nearly caused a quarrel a few days back. I'd given money for the rice, another bag I got, another waiting. You go kill me. So, what do we need to do? Number one, let's ensure there is security in this country. Security in the northern part of Nigeria. Security in all parts of Nigeria. Security. Once there is security, farmers can go to their farms. Let me ask one question that will annoy you and will make you call me a crazy man. 30 to 40% of our harvests get destroyed, agricultural harvest get destroyed. Plantains, bananas, yams, cucumbers, watermelon, several products get destroyed. If we are that hungry, why are they getting destroyed? Two possible reasons. Number one, low purchasing power. Low purchasing power. The people do not have money to buy. Even if they had money to buy, increase in the prices. Why the increase in the prices? Number one, increase in the cost of fuel to transport these products from where they are produced to where they are consumed. Number two, these lorries that carry food materials from place to place, the number of roadblocks that they will pass through from either the north or from Ogoja or from wherever to where, from Edo State to where these products are consumed are so many. And sometimes they will need to pay money to those mounting these roadblocks. And these roadblocks, some of them are 500 meters, if not 200 meters apart. Another tragic thing is that you will see on federal roads young men with sticks and some funny looking uniforms collecting money, especially from our northern brothers who are bringing things to the south. That is a federal government road. A local government has no right to collect taxes on federal government properties. That is criminality that is tolerated and celebrated. Tragically, many of these boys are allowed to continue with their evil practices, illegality, because some men who are there benefit from the transactions. And some of these boys are empowered by their political bosses to do this illegality as a form of empowerment and settlement, for carrying ballot boxes, for being their foot soldiers. The next thing is that the cost of inputs into agricultural production has skyrocketed. The herbicides are very expensive. We used to buy those things 700 naira. Now some of them are 1,800 to 2,000 naira. Fertilizer, the same thing. The backpack you use, the prices have gone up. And then most times these farmers are subsistent farmers. They cannot do large-scale farming that will lead to large-scale production. The next thing is that we don't have post-harvest processing to increase the shelf life of our products such that we can consume them even after the harvest season. I ate dried mango in Durban, in one of the shopping malls, the biggest shopping mall in the southern hemisphere there. The mangoes were peeled and dried. My friend Marcus works in a company that produces more than 100 products from potatoes. So we can have these products with longer shelf lives. The next thing is that we don't have large-scale agricultural farms that are subsidized by government. If we have large-scale cooperative agricultural farms, the price of food will come down. Food will be available. Now, the part that will annoy my enemies. We keep buying new cars and distributing new cars. Every budget, new cars, new cars, new cars. But in Burkina Faso, Traore is distributing tractors. Tractors are more beneficial to the economy than luxury cars. Tractors. And we had a tractor assembly or manufacturer plant, I think in Kano or Kaduna, somewhere in the north. Steyr products are very, very enduring. If you see a Steyr truck carrying log in Ondo State or Edo State, you'll be amazed. The people who produced that truck have died long time ago. Steyr trucks were produced in this country. If we can reactivate those factories if they are dead, to produce tractors that we would distribute to local governments, we would distribute to cooperative societies, we would distribute to farmers. The government can do the bulldozing, and then these tractors can do the ridge making and all that. There are simple technologies that you can import from China, from different nations, that we can subsequently bring the plants to Nigeria to produce. You have simple tractors, affordable tractors. And so we can produce rice mills, simple rice mills. Simple rice mills. I was told of a rice mill that is it was bought for 100 million naira. The establishment, 100 million. But today, it mills rice of 10 million naira daily in the north. I told you, this Bonny where I am now had a rice mill and a rice farm as far back as 1842. Bayelsa State has one of the best soils for rice production. Why can't we massively produce rice and call a rice revolution? And then we will see what will happen to the price of rice. The next point is that many of those who are farming today, you don't see farmers, you don't see people who are ready to work. Our young boys are into internet fraud. Our young girls are into hookup, an urgent 2K. And you want to eat. You want to eat and you don't want to work. It is true that all of us cannot be farmers. If farming is subsidized and made encouraging such that government buys the products from them and put in the strategic grain reserve, we will have enough grains to give to people in the midst of scarcity. Then, the other thing is that if we are going to encourage agriculture, we should make it compulsory as a course. English is compulsory. English, does it fit somebody? I'm the one I'm speaking now. Is it very correct? Useless things we study in this in our schools. A plus B into A minus B is equal to A squared minus B squared. You don't see A for market before. Can you buy food with A? Let allow those who want to do nuclear engineering and become whatever. Study those ones. Those of us who are not too intelligent, teach us agriculture, poultry farming, piggery management, fisheries, and all those kind of things. And then we will become employable and useful. Employable and useful. Some of these stampedes that happened, you can't overblame the organizers. I was listening to somebody in Abuja. Most of the people who died in that stampede are not from that Catholic church. Some of them slept on the road beside the church till daybreak, and they were at the gate. They told them to shift back. They refused. And these non-members came and pushed against the gate. They forced the gate out of desperation and trampled on those people. Now you are going to a crowd. You carried a baby on your back with pregnancy. You held one in your hand so that you can get enough. What are you doing there? I was asking myself, these people who were ready to sleep by the roadside, will they be ready to farm, to work? This palliative mentality has not helped Africa. All the palliative aids we have received from the Western world has not made us better if we don't want to use our heads. Palliatives, fine, but it is making us parasitic and to have an entitlement mentality. Thank God the police have said there should be no more distribution of palliative. Una go see shege. When Obi said that you don't buy bread cheaper in the mosque or cheaper in the church, you thought that he was quoting statistics. Now statistics of hunger don't come, and we are feeling it. A drastic economic reorientation and revolution. I'm not talking of violence. Let's think differently. Let's concentrate on tractors, cars, and all that, sort of private jets, this, that. I know they need them for travel, evangelism. But Elon Musk, is it Elon Musk or Bill Gates? They are buying land to farm. You will sit down and say he's an antichrist, but he's farming. People are opening farms. Let us take agriculture more seriously. I remain the area grandfather, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to use this time to thank my subscribers and those who share my posts. I also want to thank my critics. You make me do better. Your discussion and your argumentation grows the channel. I want to thank those of you who threaten me by phone calls. I am resolved to be more of what I am doing in this country. I want to thank those people, security agents and all those who stand by me and appreciate me. God bless you. I want to thank young children from all over the world, from the UK, from Spain. I saw one now. I've not been able to download it, telling me they are my friends because their parents watch my videos on television. Their TV screens, smart TV screens in different countries. This is so encouraging. At least we are raising another generation of grandchildren that will take over from our children. I am the area grandfather. I have a webinar coming up on the 10th and on the 11th of January. Send a message to +234, that's the Nigerian code, 80 21 21 92 62. And I have properties for sale. And if you live in the Ughelli/Warri axis and you want land to be leased for farming, send a message to +234 80 21 21 9262. We have large expanse of land to lease out for farming. God bless you.